Plaintiff Deontay Dorn says he's the baby of 13 brothers and sisters, and the defendant is one of his brothers. Deontay claims the defendant has always been there for him, so Deontay wanted to help the defendant after he split from his wife. However, after Deontay loaned him $500, the defendant failed to repay him, so he's suing. Defendant Mike Schultz says his relationship with Deontay hasn't always been peaches and cream, but he has always tried to steer Deontay on the right path. Mike admits that he got money from Deontay, but insists he was never told that it was a loan.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Tell me what happened.
Okay, basically, I'm the youngest of 13. He's the middle child.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, I'm the youngest 13.
All have the same dad?
No.
Yes.
Well, mostly, yeah.
That's good. Great.
Okay.
Anyways,
so basically,
I mean, he provided, obviously.
Yeah.
You all seem to be very well adjusted. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, Mike and my sister Keisha are the closest siblings to me, so I grew up with them. So if I wasn't being dragged to the mall with my sister, I was usually with him, either going to the Gold's Gym or watching him play basketball or football. Growing up around him was great. He was a good role model for me, and it was
How so?
How so? He basically
did the right thing. Good.
Yeah, he showed me basically he was always working. He was always on top of my sister when she was not going to school.
Okay,
catching her
great.
and stuff. I stemmed my career that I want to get into, which is juvenile corrections, from him being a juvenile counselor for a little bit. So I'm in the process of that.
Well, you know, I'm not going to let you sue this man all those good things. You owe him. I'm talking about he owes you. You owe him. There wouldn't be nothing without him. You'd be out in the street somewhere. You had a big brother that looked out for you and made sure you did the right thing.
Yeah.
My big brother got me in trouble. Go ahead.
Growing up around him was hilarious. He basically acted just like Fresh Prince. So it was funny. He was always joking around with everybody and stuff.
Let me hear his side of how he characterizes the upbringing between the two of you. Sir?
Well, it wasn't all peaches and cream, first of all. I'll just start with that. But no, I had raised Deontay from, always. I remember my sophomore year of high school, my mom said, hey, I'm going to go have Deontay. Had him. He's been here since the beginning. He's always been a little slower than me, but I always want to make sure that I was on top of him.
Slower as in racing?
No. I wouldn't say racing.
Slower in what way?
I'm talking about women, just whatever.
Gotcha. All right, you're fast moving.
Well, no, I'm faster than fast.
Gotcha. I got you. All right, I understand.
That's
I'm with you now. All right,
and so
I'll let you take that opinion of yourself. You believe that too?
I'd say so, because that's part of the reason why we're here. So
okay, go ahead.
And I'll double it again.
All right.
But like I said, bringing him up, his head when he got into high school, he kind of got a little behind track with school, and we had conversations, and I brought him to Texas, and so we can get him back on track. We've had many conversations. Got online with my mom. I remember one time, I had to call him up and check him about that because I don't play that. And so,
how many years are you older than him?
I'm 15 years older than Deontay.
Okay, go ahead.
So like I said, middle child, so I'm the abused one. So.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Abused.
But for the most part, like I said, I've always been there for him, try to be there for him, and try to be, a role model for him.
Great. I hope other big brothers are watching this today and recognize that they can make a big difference in the lives of their little brothers if they have their back, as you did. All right, let's hear from you on the loan. How does he owe you $500?
Okay, basically it was the beginning of the school morning. It was the beginning of May, and I was sitting at the table because my bus got me there to school about an hour early. So I was sitting with my friends, and I got a phone call from my mother saying, hey, Mike just called me. Him and his wife are splitting up, and they had a U-Haul, and they had their clothes on there and everything. Yeah. And they have
him and his wife are splitting up because Mike been moving too fast.
Moving too fast, as you say.
Faster than fast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So basically they were splitting splitting up, and my mom told me that they wouldn't allow my 9-year-old niece at that point to get clean school clothes off the truck unless he paid the $500 fee. And as he said, he's grown up and he showed me how to be a man, basically. So I want to be there for my nieces and nephews, having a lot of sisters and brothers. Okay. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. So I try and be an uncle just like he was a big brother to me. Yeah. So when I heard
that they all live in the same state?
Let's see.
All the nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters, most of them live where?
Oregon and Texas. We got.
Is there like a 20 or 30 or 50 together in one particular state? Just trying to see how close you all are in proximity.
There's a good 8 of us at least in Oregon, because there's me.
How many?
Yeah, probably about 8.
8?
So.
All right, go ahead.
Brothers and sisters, not nieces and nephews.
No, I'm saying nieces and nephews.
Oh, no, there's more.
When you all say, let's go and have a family dinner with all the kids and the nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters, how many show up?
Not many.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me stop you while you're ahead, because you're doing something wrong there. But go ahead.
So yeah, like I said, basically, so my mom, I was at school, so I couldn't take care of doing the money. And I was 16, and basically I had worked for KFC for almost a year, saved up $1,000 with saving my money and not spending it on anything. And so when I heard that he needed help, he's always been there for me, so I wanted to be there for him.
Working at KFC?
Yeah, working at KFC.
I hope everybody is watching.
I got my job 2 days before I turned 16.
You all are such good example of men, folks who won't take job. Men, I ain't taking no job at no fast food. Not only did you take a job at a fast food, you saved $1,000.
Yeah, I ended up making $12,000 the next year.
Good. So how much?
$12,000.
Great.
When I was 17.
Now tell me about the loan. What happened?
Yeah, he had talked to my mom, and I said, okay, go ahead and get the $500 out of my account, give it to him, and when he...
Oh, your mother went in with...
Yeah, my mother, because I was 16, so she still had control over my bank account. We were joint account. So anyway, she went and got the money and did a Western Union money forward to him while I was at school, and then it went downhill from there pretty much. We ended up
When did he agree to repay?
He didn't give an exact term, but it was just basically once he got stable.
And how long ago has that been?
Coming up on 3.5 years now.
He's too busy chasing women. He's still not stable. he's spending all his money on women. So he's right. He's not stable yet. He doesn't know you yet. Go ahead, sir. Tell me about this money.
Well, just like you said, the money was given to me as, to get my stuff out of the U-Haul. It was never, ever said that I had to repay the money. I've done stuff for my family in the past. And that being said, that's where we're at. And that's where, we're here now.
You never promised to repay?
I never promised to repay.
Was it ever expressed to you, this is a loan?
By my mother, yes.
So why don't you think you should pay?
Like I said, I've done stuff for my family in the past, and I'm not saying that I shouldn't have to pay.
Did you tell your mother that?
Yes, I did tell my mother.
And what she said?
And she said, I'm going to pay that money back.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm not your mother.
I hear you. I got you.
But I'm going to say the same thing. Judgment for the plaintiff. All right.
I still love my brother. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I just needed the money. I'm in debt.
I love this dude. He get what he wants.